Good morning, my beautiful besties. Welcome to yet another beautiful brand new day. I'm feeling so much better. The mood is like up here. It's like my Queen Rapunzel says. It's like the fog has lifted. So while I'm getting ready here, I thought I would do a little story time. Something that I like totally buried in like the deepest, darkest parts of my memory. And it came back to me and I wanted to share it because this just motivated me so much more to, one, turn my March around. Because as you guys know, I started out this March and I was just low. I was like in this funk, and I was still pushing through the motions, but I just wasn't feeling my greatest. And I'm ready to take back my March, reclaim my March, end it off on a good note, because it is never too late to change anything. The best time to change anything, to start something new, is now. Cheers. Enjoy your guys' Monday. Make it a good one. So if you guys remember from Friday's video, I talked about how I did a biometric screening to check like my blood sugar, pressure, cholesterol, HDL ratio, and all of those things. And so I did that because I wanted to qualify for an incentive to get a little discount on my health insurance. In order to do that, you have to go onto this website that's owned by the health insurance, and you have to input all of your information. And essentially at the end of it, it tells you what your real age is, like internally. Okay, first of all, okay, well, where do I start? I shouldn't have taken that. I shouldn't have. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it through without being all over the place. My real age internally is 17 years old and 9 months. I was like, what? And the reason why this matters so much is because, hey, first of all, I came home and I told my mom that I'm gonna quit work and that she's gonna have to support me because I'm just a baby. I'm just a little baby. I'm 17. When I got that number, it literally hit me. Like, it came back to me like total That's So Raven moment, except I wasn't looking into the future. I was looking into the past. But I remember going into Walmart one year when I was 17, in fact, and this is why I think it came back to me, because it clicked. I remember Walmart had this extra cool machine where it could tell you what your real age was. So it would check your weight, your height, and it had like the little like pressure machine thing. I don't know what it's called. I remember doing that machine and thinking to myself, oh, I'm like probably gonna get good results. I'm gonna get my actual age. I'm gonna be 17. It's all gonna be fine. And then I got my results back and I got 24. I was just like shocked, and I remember I didn't like think too much about it. I just walked away and I just erased it from my memory. I'm like, this machine doesn't work. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever. No, go away. I believe it now because obviously like 17, 18, 19, 20s, 21, that's when I was like at my heaviest. That's when I was just climbing up the ladder on my weight. And it's not necessarily the fact that I was heavier, it's like what my lifestyle was at that point, like the things I was eating, what I was eating, how much of everything I was eating, what I was consuming, how I was feeling. I was like neglecting all of my feelings, the stress, emotions, everything was just really weighing heavy on me during that time. All of those things obviously are going to affect your body. And now that I went in to input all of my new information from the biometric screening, I got 17. And it's insane because it's like a full circle moment where when I was 17 and I was at my worst, I was at 24 real age. But now that I'm 26 and I'm literally taking care of myself, and I'm not perfect with it, but I'm doing so much better, I got 17 for my real age. And it's insane. I can show you guys if you guys don't believe me. Where's my phone? My real age is 17 years. That shows you that you can take initiative. You can take control of your life. Like that day when I decided that, this was it. I'm changing my life because I no longer want to feel as bad as I was feeling at that point. And I just went through it and I kept going. Like I didn't stop. This wasn't an overnight thing. And this is why I really hate when people do things like losing weight in 2 weeks, how to do this in 1 month. It's like, yeah, essentially you can, but like you got to keep this up. You got to change your lifestyle, break all of those bad habits that you built, which are so hard to break, and build good new ones. And I'm just so proud of myself for keeping up with it and like not just going through a weight loss journey to lose the weight, but just going through it and only improving and continuing on and like changing my direction and how I wanted to actually live my life. And now it's no longer about looking a certain way or weighing a certain amount. It's about feeling good. Okay, so the next thing on the agenda to just kind of continue on with this good mood that I'm trying to keep up with, because I have not been feeling the greatest recently and I just want to feel good. One thing that I stopped doing was going to yoga. That was something that I know every time I went I felt good, and I just want to go again, find some stillness. I'm gonna take my little baggie, and honestly all I'm gonna throw in here is my wallet, my book, which I've been working on, and man, I read something in there that I needed to read. Okay, decided to throw my hair up. Gonna grab my little baggie. Let's go. I'm going to put some music on here to vibe to while I drive over there, and it's gonna be a lot of Miley Cyrus. These songs right here, they have stolen my heart. I have literally not stopped playing them and replaying them. They are carrying me through everything, through life, through my runs, through my workouts. Yoga class was great. Now I'm walking over to grab some coffee. I'm back in my car. I went to go to the coffee shop to get some coffee, but it was packed. Like, why are there so many people out here? Like, I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand it, but it's like, why? Why are you all out here? Me also being out here? Anyways, I got my coffee. I'm so excited. I haven't had my favorite coffee from my favorite local coffee shop in a while, because as you guys know, I know I talked about this already earlier in the video, but I was just in a funk. When I'm in a funk, I don't really have the motivation to go and like do anything. Coffee always hits. I also got a sneaky little El Changuito toast. I had to do it. I couldn't go and like not get one. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love this toast so much. I was actually gonna make this for myself at home earlier for breakfast, but we didn't have bananas and we also don't have strawberries. I need to go and get the stuff. I remember when I first got my car, this car, I literally felt like I moved into a new apartment. It was so weird. Like, it was that type of feeling. I remember I was working at JCPenney, and then I took my break and I decided to come sit in my car, and I was sitting in my car, and it literally felt like I had a whole new apartment. It was weird, but I love my little Carlitos. He's the best. He serves me so well. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I read so far in this book, and basically it's a story about a boy who's a shepherd, and his goal at first was to see the world, and he realized he could do that through being a shepherd. So he became that, but then eventually he met this guy who told him that there was a treasure waiting for him in Egypt. And so this became his new goal that he was after. So he sold his sheep so that he could get closer to Egypt, but he didn't quite make it all the way to Egypt. He made it to this other place, and in that place he got a job at a crystal shop. And in this crystal shop, he actually ended up doing a lot of growing. He was able to bring this crystal shop more clients, more money because of his ideas, and eventually he ended up bringing so much success to this crystal shop that he even considered staying there. He wondered if it was even worth it to go to Egypt anymore because of how good he was doing here at the crystal shop. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because this is what happens to a lot of us, because you know, we have these goals, we have these ambitions, and a lot of the times our goals and ambitions aren't necessarily set in stone. They're not promised. And what do we love more than the idea of our goals? It's security. And I think this is why a lot of people settle in life, and that's because we think we can't do multiple things at once, or we can't follow multiple paths at the same time. We have to focus on one thing and dedicate ourselves to that one thing, and we promise ourselves that once we do good enough, once we make enough, or once we spend a little time doing this one thing, we promise ourselves we'll go back to what our original dream or goal is. And most of the time that never happens because we get comfortable where we are, or we even end up telling ourselves, maybe this is all I'm meant to do, because my actual dream, my actual goal was like too far out there. I was nowhere near it. And so I'm just gonna settle for this thing over here. That's kind of like the mindset that I was in for a really long time, where I just kind of accepted my defeat. I accepted where I was because this is all I would probably ever amount to do. I'm filled with so much imposter syndrome. Like, no matter what, imposter syndrome just follows me. I doubt myself a lot. I don't believe in myself a lot, but yet I do at the same time. But those thoughts will always occur in my head where I just question, like, is anyone actually interested? Am I actually good at this? And so when I get lost in that train of thought, it's so easy for me to just accept that defeat and want to keep myself where I currently am, and maybe sometimes even give up, because I question, like, if it's even worth it. Is this even getting me anywhere? Like, am I even capable of achieving my dream? Just last year, I was focusing on just my YouTube, and I was literally living, thriving. I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was doing what I actually enjoyed. I was having so much fun making these videos. But then all of a sudden, life happened, the recession, everything. I needed to start making some money on the side to actually be able to support myself, because YouTube obviously wasn't doing that for me. And even though YouTube, aka my passion, like, even though that wasn't making me any money, I didn't want to give up on it. So I went and I got a job to kind of help support that dream still. You know, I don't know at the end of the day what will come of this. I don't. No one does. No one knows if they'll actually make it or if they won't make it. But the thing is that you try, that you actually give yourself that chance to go after your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, even if you don't know how they're going to turn out. When you apply for a job, you don't know if you're actually going to get it or not, but you're applying. You're putting in that effort to see if you can actually get that job. Same thing with, like, going after your goals and your dreams. You don't actually know if you're going to get your goals and your dreams, but you're putting in that work. You're trying. We think we can only do one thing, but realistically, we can do multiple things. Like, you can work a normal job because you have to support yourself. Unfortunately, that's what the rest of the world has to do. You know, we have to work for a living because that's the way the world functions. Who decided that? I don't know. But you can also put in just as much, if not more, effort into what you actually want to do. What is it that you want to do with your life, your goals, your ambitions, even just little hobbies that you want to do for yourself? Do them. Make time for them. We wake up, we clock into work every single day without questioning it, because we know that that's what we have to do. But when we try to do things for us, whatever it is, you know, little things, big things, we question it if we want to do it, if we have the energy for it. But yet we don't question if we have the energy or not to go to work. We do it regardless. We show up regardless because we know that we have to do it. So why won't you do that for yourself too? And don't get me wrong, I get stuck in that same little loop where I'm like, is this even worth it? Should I just give up? Like, it's so much easier to just continue showing up for work, because clearly one thing that work does for me is I know that I'm gonna get a paycheck bi-weekly. That's the only thing that's for sure. Over here, my dreams, my goals, my ambitions, those are uncertain. I don't know what the actual outcome will be. I don't know if I'll ever make anything of it. So which one are you gonna go for? You're gonna play it safe most likely and go for something that's secure, right? But you can do both. You can show up every single day for work, and on your free time, show up for yourself. Do the things that you want to do and move closer towards your goals and your ambitions. Put in just as much work, if not more work, for yourself. Show up for yourself. Clock in for yourself just as you would for work. Happy camper, that's me. We're back from the thrift store. I ended up getting some things. Let me do a quick haul. Well, I only got two things. Okay, so first t-shirt that I got is this very cute naturey style t-shirt. I don't know what specific style this is, but every time I look at these, I think of grandpa's. So I call these a grandpa t-shirt. But I think they're totally cool, and I'm obsessed with them. I'm in love with them. I like these like earthy tones. It's kind of like a beigey green color, but the design goes all the way across the back. I'm in love with it. And then the other one that I got, it's this cute little Mickey Mouse t-shirt. It just says Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. It's so cute. I also love this color, but the back is what sold me. It says happy camper, and I love it because I'm a happy camper. I like to pride myself in looking on the bright side, trying to see the good in everything, and this is just perfect. Happy camper. Hello. It is several hours later now, and I'm currently about to get ready to go to sleep. Well, not yet. Getting ready to transition into sleep. I set out my clothes for tomorrow morning. I have my book here so that I can get ready to read it. I'm gonna do, my little meditation, my journaling. So let me get my journal as well. Place these down right here so that as soon as I crawl into bed, that's the first thing I see, the first thing that I do. But that's pretty much all that I'm gonna do the rest of the day. I spent pretty much the entire afternoon just editing away. That's done now. And so now it's time to just slow down and get ready to have a nice restful sleep. But just wanted to hop on here and remind you guys to make sure that you guys make this week a good week, because you're in control. You have a choice every single day. Every single thing you do, it's a choice, and you can choose to show up for yourself in whatever way that you need it this week.